Welcome back to another Hot Jobs with us here at Higher Military. Can you believe it's Tuesday already? These weekends and these weeks go so incredibly fast. And wow, what a packed episode we have for you today. I am so excited. We have been looking forward to this one for a really long time. If this is your first time with us, congratulations. We're really glad that you made it. Welcome. We're so glad to have you here and joining us today. We have an awful lot of opportunities to share with you. We talk through the SkillBridge internship opportunities. We talk through our direct hire roles, but equally, we want to support you in terms of anything that you have to ask, that is job search, transition, any kind of obstacle or challenge related right now. So please do throw your comments and your questions in the chat. Let us know where you are calling in from. Let us know if you're looking for a SkillBridge opportunity or if it's direct hire, the types of roles that you're looking for, any information that you think we would benefit from knowing today about you, please do share it. Hey, Scott, it's great to see you. David, it's your first time. I'm so glad to see you here. Congratulations. Hope you'll be back again soon. Hey, Bobby, you are the bomb too. Mike is here in the house as well. It's so lovely to see everybody joining us already. This is absolutely our favorite 30 minutes of the week. First of all, I'm not bombarded with phone calls and Teams messages. I get to talk to you, which is something I don't get to do all that often anymore, so it's wonderful. But second of all, we are really here to support and help the whole of the military community. Are you a transitioning service member? Are you a veteran? Are you a military spouse? Regardless of where you fall in that population, we are here for you. And we have got the experience, we have got the advice, we have got the answers to most of your questions, and most important of all, we've got the encouragement for you. So it's really, really lovely to see you. If you haven't had the opportunity to, let me direct you to the hot links in our event today. There are a few that you really would benefit from taking a look at. First of all is how to target your resume. Let me tell you. We advertised a role on Friday for a remote project or program manager even, and we have had over 400 applications already. And it looks like a few of those candidates and applicants don't necessarily have the targeting the resume skill set down. So if this is something that you're not familiar with, or you've heard the phrase, but you don't really know how to do it, definitely take a look at our job seeker resources button on our website, highermilitary.us, and have a read of that. It would really benefit you for any applications that you make again in the future. Also, we have a great piece about the beginner's guide to an effective LinkedIn profile. If you're new to LinkedIn or you're really beginning to use it now to network your way through to your next position, definitely take a look at that. If you're around on Friday this week, Mike Quinn, our Higher Military and Tenova CEO, and I will be doing our office hours on LinkedIn audio. So whereas this is more like a TV show, that is definitely more radio. And it is an hour of uninterrupted Q&A from you where Mike and I open up for our office hours. We get so many emails and DMs on LinkedIn and we just don't have the ability to answer them all anymore. So what we wanted to do was give you our time back. So we would love to see you at that. That is at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Friday afternoon this week, and the event is on the Higher Military LinkedIn profile page. If you haven't familiarized yourselves with our website before, highermilitary.us, definitely go and take a look during this or after. We have a couple of buttons on there that you will really want to press. The first one is our direct hire. So all of our permanent jobs that we are advertising at the moment. We work on behalf of so many corporate companies across the US to hire the best military talent for them. So those roles are there. Equally, if you're looking for a SkillBridge internship right now, definitely press that button, have a look and see what we have. Before we move on, I want to take the opportunity to introduce myself to you. I'm Lucy. I am one of the directors here at Higher Military, and I've been here for well over 2 years now. It's gone incredibly quickly. I can't believe I'm on my third summer. And I am a military spouse. My husband is active duty Air Force, and we are currently stationed in Fairbanks, Alaska. So he's at Eielson. If you're familiar with Fort Wainwright, if you're in the Army, you know how desolate, remote, and unsummerish that place is. And that's what I'm experiencing at the moment. It's great to have you here. And I'm going to hand over to Kate now.
Sure. Hey, Lucy. Hey, everyone. It's so exciting to see everyone in the comments. I know we have quite a few people from the higher military team here in the comments as well, but I'm just excited to be here and share more opportunities with our community. So like Lucy mentioned, I am Kate Wood. I'm the recruiting manager here at Higher Military. I'm an Army veteran myself and currently an active duty Army spouse. My husband is still on active duty, and we are located in Panama, opposite end of the world almost from Lucy. My husband's on special assignment here to the embassy. We're really excited just to be here. Like Lucy said, it really is our favorite 30 minutes of the week where we can share more opportunities with our community. So happy to be here with everyone. Great to see everyone in the chats. Lucy, I'll hand it back to you.
Well, thank you. Kate's handed it back to me, but you can see that there are a few other people here with us today. So we've got a real treat for you this afternoon. I'm going to hand over to Brandy Walker, who you will be familiar with, one of our recruiters, and she is going to introduce our special guests today. Brandy, over to you.
Thanks, Lucy. So I'm not sure if unsummerish is actually a word, but I'll go with it. Just putting it out there. We are unsummerish today because it is 59 here in the Pacific Northwest. So as you guys know, I'm Brandy Walker. I've been with Higher Military. I think my thing said 2 years and 3 months now. So I'm one of the recruiters here on the team. I'm here with my host company, and kind of my favorite people is Texas Instruments. Aubrey Tuttle, she is my counterpart. We've done events together, hung out, had breakfast. It's been a great time. And then we have Keelan as well. So we're going to talk about Texas Instruments today. It is a cohort monthly. We're looking for 5 to 10 people every month. We are excited to bring them in for Texas Instruments. They have two positions that we're working with currently in that Dallas location, and it is the equipment technician and facilities technician. So we have, like I mentioned, Keelan, an AV veteran. He is an equipment engineer who knows all about being equipment tech and how life after military can play out because he is an AV veteran. And we also have Aubrey, like I mentioned. She is my counterpart. She answers my text messages, my phone calls, any time of the day or night. So she is just a great person to work with. And I'm so happy we can be partnered on this. So I'm going to ask my very first question to Aubrey. Can you tell us briefly about the SkillBridge internships with Texas Instruments?
Yes, absolutely. We are honored to be here. Thank you so much to the whole Higher Military team. So our goal with this program is we really want to create a challenging and exciting opportunity for those transitioning out of the military. We know how amazing they're, the best of the best to bring into our workforce. So we want to provide them a real on-the-job preview of what it would be like and hopefully sell them on the opportunity to continue with us full-time in their civilian careers.
No, that's perfect. I mean, I will say my dad is retired Navy, and he did work at Texas Instruments many, many moons ago. So they have been in this space of helping veterans and our service members for quite a long time. And which brings me to Keelan. So Navy veteran, how did you find yourself in the semiconductor industry after getting out?
Yeah, that's a great question. So when I was transitioning from the military, there wasn't the same kind of resources there are today. For instance, we're all sitting here talking and providing a resource for those looking for opportunities. For myself, I was passively looking for work. My transition date was coming up, so I had put myself out on monster.com, and some recruiters here in the semiconductor industry reached out to me. We did a phone interview. They flew me out for an in-person interview. I got to meet some folks, tour the facility, and ultimately I found my way into an entry-level technician position back in 2008.
That's perfect. And so what did you do in the Navy? Were you an ET?
I was an aviation electronics technician in the Navy.
Perfect. And so those skills are really transferable. I mean,
very transferable. Yeah. A lot of what you learn in school in the military, troubleshooting skills, how to read schematics, how to follow your publications to perform tasks, all of those things are transferable to this type of environment.
That is perfect. I know I've talked to some of our interns. I actually talked to one this morning. She felt exactly the same as you do in that the skills that she has worked really well in this Texas Instruments environment as equipment tech. And I know she's really excited about seeing what her path becomes at Texas Instruments. She's excited to complete her internship and get hired on. I will tell you that much. She's very excited about it. But what would someone like our intern that's already there now, where could this role take them? You know, what kind of progression could they expect?
Yeah, really, the role can take you so many different directions, and it's really up to the individual what path they want to pursue. We have leadership paths here. From a technician role, you could become a subject matter expert. You could look into engineering roles if you finish your schooling and come out with a degree that rolls over into a position like that. Management, there's really, the sky is the limit.
That is perfect. And then getting your foot in that ground floor is really just, that's really just a first step in kind of pursuing a great career with Texas Instruments. So it's exciting to hear. And I may have to tap into you later on to get more information if our service members are interested in what that path could look like. So I appreciate you coming and speaking to us on that as an experienced person with equipment tech. And then I'm going to head over to Aubrey now. And Aubrey, can you tell us about why Texas Instruments created this internship? I know you tapped into it. What is that value of a veteran, and how did that propel this into fruition?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great question. So I got to give a lot of credit to Vanessa Perez. She's pretty well known in the military community, but her and I, we've been teammates for about 6 years, and we've been just talking about SkillBridge. We wanted to get SkillBridge in for so long. And before Texas Instruments bought our site, we couldn't really get there with our previous companies. And we brought it to Texas Instruments, gave the proposal, and they're like, yeah, let's do it. They loved the idea. They were super supportive, and they just let us drive it. And so within 6 months of announcing that we wanted to do this, we were able to connect with Higher Military and get the process going and create the SkillBridge program Valor, which we're super excited about.
Okay, so tell everybody what Valor means, because it's just not a fancy word for you guys.
Yep. Yeah. So we built the program from the ground up with our veteran employee resource group. So we really got our heads together and figured out, what did we want this program to provide? And in that, we had a naming contest. So we had tons of different submissions of what we should name the program. And so we came up with Valor, and it stands for Veterans Achieving Long-Term Occupational Readiness at TI. So we really want to use this pipeline and give 100% of our Valor's offers to full-time opportunities. We're in hyper growth mode at TI. We have multiple semiconductor fabs, we call them, manufacturing plants in the works right now, building in the US. So we have thousands of people we need to bring in. And we know that people from the military are going to come in with great qualities such as discipline, attention to detail, ability to work under pressure and with a team. And so we know that this is the exact type of people that we want to bring into TI. So what better way than to create a SkillBridge program to give them that on-the-job training and experience and make sure it's a good fit for them and their families to come to TI.
No, that's perfect. And I know a lot of went into the veterans, ERG to get this, and that is there to support. And I don't know, Lucy, did you notice if we had questions in the comments? Because we've been talking nonstop.
We have had some questions in the comments, so I made a note of them over here. So the first one, this is a good one. With somebody who's been used to wearing a military uniform for the whole of their career, somebody has asked, what's the dress code at TI? What do you wear in these kinds of jobs? All the important things.
Yeah, sure. So we are super casual here. I would say jeans and a t-shirt is the norm. No one really dresses up at all. So just casual, what you would wear on a Saturday to go shopping or, out with your family. That's the dress code here.
Wonderful. And we've got James Vest, who has asked, I think this is for you, Kellen, what made you choose Texas Instruments initially as you transitioned from the military?
Yeah, great question. When I transitioned from the military, the company name here was a little bit different. But the things that really enticed me were kind of the feeling of camaraderie and the family feel that the company had. When I interviewed, folks were collaborating in the interview with multiple areas, asking me questions. Everybody was easy to talk to. I felt like it was very easy for me to feel like I was in a room with a bunch of people I had known for a while, although I had just met them. So that was one thing. And then just kind of being able to observe the overall atmosphere of the company while I took my tour and things like that. Those things really impacted me.
That's really interesting. Thank you. I think something that people would be really keen to understand as well, especially from coming from the military, and Kellen, you'll appreciate this, where you are looked after incredibly well in terms of benefits and housing. What sort of benefit, and education especially, what sort of benefits does TI offer to a regular employee?
Yeah, we've got things like education packages. If you are looking to go to school for a type of role or a type of degree that may transition well into a career path at Texas Instruments, we will reimburse for things like that. Medical insurance has been great. I know my family enjoys that quite a bit. We have support groups here for all kinds of things. We've got a veterans support group. We've got a women's support group. Lots of different things like that going on. We do a lot of community service and those types of things as well. So if there's a program for it, there's chances that we have something like that here.
And I've got one final question for you, and I'm really going to put you on the spot here. You told us you've been there for a hot minute, Kellen. What keeps you at Texas Instruments? What stops you from moving anywhere else?
Honestly, the challenge. I really enjoy the variety of challenges I get working in the semiconductor industry. And with that, the freedom to pursue resolving those challenges in my own way. I have the opportunity to be creative here. I have opportunity to work with teams and bring in outside perspectives. So really just the variety is it's always changing. There's always something new to learn. It keeps me nice and engaged.
Thank you. And so if you are not familiar, on our website, hiremilitary.us, both of those SkillBridge internships based out of North Dallas are advertised under the SkillBridge internship opportunity. And something else to note, I know that we've shared this an awful lot before, is that Texas Instruments is so supportive of the veteran community that there is an additional housing stipend that is paid throughout the SkillBridge internship opportunity as well. And that amounts in total to $6,000. So if you are interested in North Dallas as a location post-active duty, if you think you may have the skill set that could be transferable into these opportunities, we have internship cohorts opening every single month. So at the end of the month, we have new starters going to Texas Instruments in Dallas. And if you have any further questions for us, for Aubrey, or for Kellen moving forward, please do post them below and we will do our best to answer those for you. Brandy, I will hand back over to you.
Thanks, Lucy. That's kind of really what we're at with Texas Instruments. We're actively, looking for interns, that transitioning service member, that last 180 days that they have in the military for that DoD SkillBridge or Army Career Skills program, because Army likes to be special. I'm prior service Army, so I totally can say that. But it is a great opportunity. They're looking for a minimum of 90 days for the internship. So that is their minimum. It's doable. It's, great. We're going to start our third cohort. Is it next week? Week after? We have to figure out what week I'm on. But, we're excited to bring people on. If if it's not for you but you know someone that would be of interest, send them our way. We're happy to have conversations, electrical, mechanical kind of experiences where we're sitting at with that, that has that drive and that initiative, teamwork, being an individual. So, Texas Instruments is a really great way to go. And especially if that North Dallas area, I know it's nice. My parents lived there for a hot second. So definitely reach out. And I want to thank Aubrey and I want to thank Keelan for coming on and talking with us. Any questions you guys have, put them in the comments and I will make sure they get them. Like I said, Aubrey and I text all the time, so it's all good. And then where are we going next, Lucy?
Wonderful. Thank you, Aubrey. Thank you, Kellen. Really lovely to have you here. So I've seen some comments in the chat. This is great, but what about veterans? This is great, but what about military spouses? Don't worry, we have other permanent positions to share with you. So just bear with us for a hot second. If you do have questions for us at all in terms of the job application process, somebody said, how do I target a resume? Best thing to do is to, and we can drop a link later, go to our website, hiremilitary.us, the button at the top, resources, go to job seeker resources, and we have written with our marketing team a super article that literally breaks it down, job description, paragraph by paragraph, and it's like the Cliff's Notes of being able to do that. So that's how you do that. Brandy, do you have any more internship opportunities to share with us today, or am I going over straight to Kate for direct hire?
I have a couple SkillBridge opportunities for you today. I did see comments in there that people are asking about remote positions. Please remember, remote actually isn't an industry to join. Remote is just where you're seated. It's a location. Saying that, though, I do have a job that is a remote position, and it is a sales development associate with Sprout Social. You might have heard us talk about this in the past. Sprout Social is a social media management platform that offers solutions for social marketing, customer service, data analysis, social listening, and employee advocacy. This is a cohort. So they're looking for 5 interns. The start date is 10 July, and you must have 120 days available for your internship to complete this program. That is required. A 10 July start and 120 days minimum. But what you'll do is you'll manage accounts in Salesforce, generate new potential customers, use tools such as Zoom Info, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and 6 Sense. 6 Sense, it's one word and very difficult to say, among others. You'll also partner with the sales development leadership team for coaching and development for career growth. So this is an entry into that sales arena. There is room for growth. What you're going to need is a passion and interest for business-to-business sales and an ability to think outside the box. They want people with exceptional organizational, presentation, and communication skills, whether it be phone, email, or webinar. So that's the Sales Development Associate. This is a DoD SkillBridge internship or Army Career Skills program. 10 July start, 120 days minimum to take that internship. That is my first one. And then I have 2 more roles. They're with the same company. It's Masonite. These are IT roles in Tampa, Florida. The first role is an information security manager. This person engages with leadership to continuously develop the security program and deliver a security-driven projects that addresses information, risk, and business security requirements. Yes, this is typed out because it's very security IT-driven. You'd also provide security communication, awareness, and training for audiences, which may range from senior leaders to field staff. What you're going to need: a bachelor's degree or equivalent work experience, as well as a minimum of 5 years of IT experience and at least 2 years of supervisory experience. Additionally, they're going to require experience in system technology security testing, so vulnerability scanning and pen testing. And that's an information security manager, Tampa, Florida. Masonite is our company. Jake is usually with us in the comments. You see him regularly. And then my second one with them is a cybersecurity analyst, Tampa, Florida, Masonite. It's a SkillBridge candidate with a strong cybersecurity background who will be responsible for the investigations and remediation of alerts triggered by security information and event monitoring system. You're going to need 3 to 5 years information systems experience, 2+ years experience directly related to incident response, malware analysis, threat hunting, and threat intelligence, as well as experience in coding with JavaScript, Python, PowerShell, and C++. So Masonite, 2 IT roles, Tampa, Florida. If you're interested, please drop it in the comments. I know Matt Collins is in there in the comments as well, and he's our primary on those 2 roles. So that's what I have for you today, Lucy.
You're a star. So that was Sprout Social. Like Mike says, sales is the way to go for transitioning service members. I can tell you, you learn an awful lot by going into business development and strategic partnerships. Those roles are remote, and we have the Masonite IT roles, and they are in Tampa, Florida. Kate, over to you.
Hey, and just a caveat, everyone, if you don't hear of something today that's of interest to you, we have 50 plus SkillBridge internships open right now and 60 plus direct hire roles as well on our careers page. So please do check that out. I know our team has been sharing our website in the chat there, but there's much more to offer on our careers pages if you haven't heard of something today that is of interest. So I will share 2 of our direct hire opportunities that we have available currently. These are open to transitioning service members, veteran spouses, veterans and military spouses, if you will, that are open and available to work right now. So the first position I have for you is a customer service specialist. This role is located in Salem, Oregon, with a really fantastic client of ours. They themselves are also a veteran-owned small business, and they are an industry leader in modular space solutions for their clients. This position is a really great role. It does require a bachelor's degree or 4 to 5 years of a related experience. They're looking for someone with really great communication skills, relationship management skills as well. And we would love to see your application if you were on site there in Salem, Oregon, or open to relocating to Salem for this customer service specialist position. The next role I have is an instructor writer role. This is located on site in Fort Liberty, North Carolina, or Fort Bragg. It's a really great opportunity with another fantastic organization. This company is a women-owned business. They are recruiting this instructor writer position to be a part of the Army's Cyber Center of Excellence School's regional signal training site. And this role will support the digital training center on site there at Fort Bragg, Fort Liberty, like we mentioned. This is a really exciting opportunity because you have the ability to give back to the military community in this position and just stay at a location that we know is sought after for a lot of transitioning service members and veterans and their families. This instructor writer role does require 7 years or more of experience in teaching and developing training on complex subjects. However, if you have a bachelor's degree, you can also use that in lieu of the 7 years of experience. This role does require a secret security clearance, and the candidate will need to have a current IT certification. So Security Plus, Network Plus, as well as others, they're all listed there on the full position description. And I do want to mention that all of our direct hire opportunities have salary ranges posted as well on our careers page. So if either of these roles are of interest to you, customer service specialist or instructor writer, you can definitely type that title into the chat and the lead recruiter will reach out directly to you, or you can go ahead and apply directly on our careers page as well, and our recruiters will reach out to you. So really happy to share those 2 opportunities, Lucy, and back to you.
Thank you, Kate. Okay, so we've had a couple of questions today. One has just asked, I think it was Katrina in the comments, when it says contingent role, what does that mean? Great question. So normally you don't see any explanation, but the opposite to contingent would be fully funded. 99.9% of positions are fully funded, which is why you don't see that explanation normally on job descriptions. But contingent means that the contract is yet to be awarded, so the role will be there based upon the award of a contract. So that's what contingent means. So basically, it's a company that's getting its ducks in a row, ready to pull the trigger and start working on something. So that's the first one. The second one is, I'm not sure because it said LinkedIn user my end. I'm a veteran and a mil spouse. I'm really struggling how to pinpoint exactly what I should do. And we really understand that. And I think the best thing to do in that case would be to engage with a career counseling service. Now, there are so many nonprofits in our military space that support this, but the ones that we encourage you to connect with, because we work very closely with them, is Hire Heroes USA. You can register to work with a career counselor or a career specialist, and they won't help you find a job, but they will talk you through and counsel you through to get to the point at which you know what you want to do, where you want to do, and they will support you with tools on how to get there. So just really wanted to share that with you today. I know that we've had many other questions in the chat today. It's been wild, all of the comments, which has been phenomenal. Thank you for sharing your information with us. I know that a lot of our recruiters have been answering your questions as we've been going along. And if they remain unanswered after our live today, we will go back in and we will give you some commentary. So thank you so much for joining us today, all of you out there. We really appreciate your time and we love seeing you. To Texas Instruments, thank you for coming along on this live ride with us today. It's definitely very different. We've enjoyed having you here. And we will see you again next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time for another Hot Jobs LinkedIn Live with Hire Military. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.